Hello, everybody. It's Frezno Inferno here, wishing you a very happy holiday. And I just want to thank you for supporting me in all that I do for 2023. And here's my holiday gift to you, a nice, relaxing time together, you and I. It may be cold outside, but hopefully it's nice and toasty warm where you are, and you can get a hot drink, maybe even a snack, and just sit back and unwind with me for the holiday. And I've got something extra chill and cool for you all today. We're going to play on the Sega Saturn. Or to be more specific, we're going to play on the Sega Genesis via the Sega Saturn. This is Sonic Jam. It was a compilation of Sega Sonic games on the Saturn. And today we're going to play the 1991 original Sonic the Hedgehog. But we're not here to be a monstrous hard game beater. We're going to have no timeout. We're going to have a spin dash. And most importantly, we're going to have an easy time of it. Life's too short to be hard game beating all the time, you know? What have you got to prove to yourself doing that non-stop? So it's good to just pull back every so often and enjoy the lighter side of things with a blue hedgehog that catapulted Sega to fame in the 1990s. And they're extra nice. They just give you invincibility right off the bat, and you can just go through the level at your leisure. Now, I was no Sega Genesis child. I had Nintendo and Super Nintendo. As such, I'm more accustomed to the Donkey Kong Country games, so whereas most Sega kids like going really, really fast and blasting through these levels as quickly as they can, I like to stop and smell the roses, as it were. Well, smell the sunflowers and palm trees and green grass in the case of Green Hill Zone here, but no, I don't need to beat the level as fast as I can. I want to take my time and explore. Just be leisurely about the whole thing. Collect as many rings as we can. Avoid these strange rocket chameleon enemies. What an odd bunch they may be, you know? But we're going to take the upper path. You know? Just really explore. You know what? I am curious what was down in that little tube, so we'll go back, you know? All that's up there is platforms and a whole bunch of rings, so let's see what's over here. Just the lower path. The road less taken. Those waterfalls look really nice and aesthetic on the CRT. That's how they designed them, after all, for that warm, fuzzy glow of a cathode ray tube. And we'll go for Chaos Emeralds. I'll let you in on a secret. I'm not very good at these bonus levels. It's the reason why I hold such trepidation for getting the quote-unquote good ending of a Sonic the Hedgehog game. Because their bonus levels, they're not the greatest. I really enjoy playing around the levels, but the bonus levels, you know, they stress me. But we're on easy mode. We're on easy street. We don't have to worry about that. We'll give it a nice solid try here as we attempt to navigate this thing. And we even got an emerald, so that's good for me. I don't know if I'll get any more, but, well, we got one. So that's something. If you like these bonus levels, that's great. I don't want to bring negativity to this thing. And yes, easy mode is truncated because we're finished with Green Hill Zone now. We're done with that. We'll play around in a nice marble zone. Beautiful contrast with the green grass and the purple bricks. It's color theory gone wild. I like it. It's nice. And you've got all those pillars and stuff. Makes me think of Altered Beast, another Sega Genesis classic. Maybe one day I'll play that again. I got really into it there in the fall, but other things and other priorities took my way. If I may speak for a moment, the fall is really busy for me. you have the Grand Bank trip, and once I come back from that, well, it's October, and I do my 16 Screams for Halloween marathon on my blog. And so that's every other day of watching something really scary or spooky and writing about it. Just putting your brain in full creative mode. And if that weren't enough, then November comes and it's NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month. 1,667 words of fiction every day. I didn't do that every day, and such. I had to make up for it. I had to do things where I did it in the morning, and then do it in the evening, and sometimes even in the afternoon. But it was a stretch, but I made it. And I got a little bit of a reprieve, like a week and a half or so, and then bang zoom. It's Frezmas. Stream every evening for 12 days. Just sit down after an evening of watching things and watching the Jeopardy that's on the television, and then you just sit in here, put on your headphones, and you've got to turn on that showy charm. I have a little of it on right now for you, but as you can see, I'm deliberately lowering the voice. I hope you don't mind this. I'm not gone full ASMR. I'm not whispering into an ear-shaped microphone, but I am just trying to be nice and calm and collected for our holiday relaxation. Because that's what this is now, relaxation. After an entire fall of busy work, I'm at last free to just stop and relax. I don't have to do anything today. I don't know what you did today, but today I spent my morning baking. I baked Christmas dessert. I made some chocolate cake and chocolate pudding and whipped cream and mixed it all together and created a family tradition of a dessert. That I like to keep that tradition alive. And, I got hit, but that's fine. That's fine. As long as you have a ring, you can make it through the Spring Yard Zone. It may look scary with its pinball contraptions and its spike balls, but, we're here to relax, so just relax. And spring on up. The thing about rings, a very good friend of mine once reviewed Dark Souls, which is a really scary hard game, but, we're not worrying about that. But she said something that stuck with me, and it's about the souls in Dark Souls, because when you lose a life in Dark Souls, you lose all those souls forever. And that might stress you out and give you anxiety. Much like bouncing on these pinballs to try and get down to the shield. It's stressing me out, but I'm staying cool, I'm staying calm. But here's the thing about the souls in Dark Souls, my friend said. She taught me a fun magic word, and that word is fungible. It means that even if you lose them all, you can get more back. And it's the same with rings in Sonic. Sure, you might lose them all, but there's always more rings to get. You can always get them back. And I think that's an important lesson to keep on your mind. Just keep at it and persevere like I did with the pinballs, and you'll be fine. No matter what, you can always get what you're looking for back. No matter if you're stressed out from work, or life, or drama, or anything else, pick yourself up and get on back. You can do it. I have several times, and I will several times again, and I believe you will too. Okay? Okay. So we're just gonna wait for the platform here, just to hang out in this pretty purple city. I think purple's a nice color. I don't want to take that spring. I don't want to go too fast, But this is a fine speed, and we'll even get to try another bonus level, I mean, the whole emerald thing, it's all just put in there by Sega to get you to replay the game because it's 1991 and, well, games don't last that long. And all you really get is a nice little splash screen at the end. It's all just trying to make you feel guilty, to try to turn you into a crazed hard game beater who obsesses over getting these things perfectly, but you know what? It's okay. That run at the Chaos Emeralds went with the fishes, down under. But I ain't even worried about that. Nor am I worried about Labyrinth Zone. Speaking of sleeping with the fishes, yeah. You've got that scary underwater stuff, and you've got this waterfall part, which it always takes me a bit to figure out what direction you should be holding for it, but it's okay. It may look fast and scary, but you always have a chance to do it. You'll never run out of chances. Well, there's a time limit, but again, we turned off timeout, so we're just fine, you know? We're absolutely just fine. You know, I actually beat Sonic the Hedgehog. I played it on the Origins collection. I used Amy Rose. And I didn't worry about those emeralds. I played it in widescreen. All the lives were out, and it was a pleasant little experience. I'm glad I enjoyed it that way, and I didn't stress about, oh no, not playing the true Sonic the Hedgehog, not playing 4x3 with lives and trying to get Chaos Emeralds. No. Don't let anybody tell you what is and isn't real gaming. Decide it for yourself. Make your own fun. This hobby is supposed to be fun. Are you having fun? I hope you're having fun. I'm having fun. I'm playing Sonic the Hedgehog. And even though I'm on one of those scary water levels with the drowning music, but you can't hear the drowning music, I've got this nice soothing jazz for you. But there are plenty of bubbles. You don't have to worry. Just be patient and wait for your chance to take a breath. That lesson applies to life as well. Just wait for your chance to take a breath. It's not about going fast. It's about taking things as they come. And we'll ride on these fun things now, because why not? Did you know the Sega Saturn is a really interesting little game console? I wanted to import one, but it would have been a little out of my price range. That made me a little sad, but I managed to finagle a way to make it work. And I even got myself a nice little Sega Saturn style gamepad, and that's what I'm playing this with. So I really am embodying the spirit of 32-bit gaming, and I'm happy as a clam down here underwater. I hope you're happy too. It's a time to be happy after all. But, you know, there's a lot that can happen in the holidays. So, just do your best, okay? Much like I'm doing my best to get the invincibility here. And make our way through. You know, I'm feeling a little daring. I'm going a little faster than usual. I'm not stopping to get this air, but that'll be okay. Well, we better slow down for that timer because it's spooky, but it's okay. We even got a shield. It's nice. It's okay. It's going to be just fine. We're on easy mode. It's just a leisurely cruise through the weird and wild world of... what's it called? Mobius? Honestly, I'm not that up on my Sonic lore. I did watch that one Sonic show. Not the comedic one, the edgy one, with Sally Acorn and the rabbit and the French fellow. You know the one. That's a little scary for right now, but it's okay. Dr. Robotnik. We're actually going to fight him, per se, here, but... you know, you've got that rising water. You might want to panic. You might think, oh my god, oh no, oh, the water, I don't want to be under there, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to come up on Dr. Robotnik soon, and the key is not to panic. There are far less obstacles, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. Kind of funny to say that about Sonic the Hedgehog, whose entire MO is going fast, but, well, sometimes you gotta break the rules. Sonic the Hedgehog's a rule breaker. He's too cool for school, and I'm sure he would approve of that example. But we made it. We gave Dr. Robotnik a little tap, and we freed all the little penguins and seals from their capsule. That's real heroic stuff. We should be proud of that. I'm happy. Hope you're happy too. But now we get to go to one of my favorite zones, the Starlight Zone, which in the normal game I hardly ever got to play because the Labyrinth Zone was really hard and difficult, but here on easy mode, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. I just love those parallax stars, and it affords you some modicum of speed and running and moving. And then we have fans. We'll try to use our nice little spin dash, but well, that fan is being a real piece of work, as they say, but it's okay. It's okay. We're just gonna wait out the enemy, and we'll spin dash when the fan stops, and continue on our little quest. Now there I thought I could go under the enemy, but I couldn't. But again, remember what my friend said about the rings and the souls. They're fungible. Fungible. It's such a fun word to say. It even has fun in the name. And we get to bounce and go up and just have a ball. And also turn into a ball because Sonic the Hedgehog rolls up. Look at all those rings you can get. Wowza. Really nice of them. That's not even an easy mode thing. Those are in the normal mode, if you are so inclined. And okay, one more shot at a Chaos Emerald. Just why not, huh? I just want to prove to you that you don't need to worry about that thing, and prove to me that you don't need to worry about not being perfect at a tough game. I've beaten lots of tough games, and there's lots of tough games that I won't beat, and that is perfectly fine. For all that gamers want to prove that they're the best and they're not wusses or whatever sort of outdated, silly terminology they use, well, it's perfectly fine to not be the best at something. It's perfectly fine. Like how I'm doing here. I'm bouncing all the way back and just whoosh, out we go. Oh well. Easy come, easy go. The important thing to note is that you don't have to prove anything to anyone. The only thing you gotta prove something to is yourself and your own standards. Just live by them and you'll be fine. And see how nice they were? They didn't even leave this as a bottomless pit. The Scrap Brain Zone is normally really scary, and I know it looks intimidating and a mechanized nightmare, a distant, grim outlook of what Dr. Robotnik will do if you don't stop him, but even in this apocalyptic nightmare, we're still gonna have chill time. Because we're Sonic the Hedgehog, and Sonic the Hedgehog isn't worried. Isn't worried about those bombs, isn't worried about those fire traps, and isn't worried about Yoku blocks. I don't know what Sega calls them, but they're Yoku blocks straight out of Mega Man. And we even get a nice goodie. Why don't we make a big jump? Well, maybe we shouldn't have made a big jump, but it's okay. We can get right back up there and try again. Just gotta watch those platforms. Did you know that even when I was trying to learn this game, without this easy stuff, I liked to come here with the level select and practice. Yeah, they even put a whole level select in the game, just so you could practice the levels and get better. If you wanted to, or if you just wanted to see these levels without having to go through all the other stuff first, you know? You can choose how you want to play Sonic. And that's ever more true here on the Sonic Jam. You can play the original mode, you can play this nice easy mode, or you could even play a slightly rebalanced normal mode. That's right. The Sega designers actually went back and tweaked some things and said, you know what, maybe this was too hard the first time round, or maybe we should do this. They wanted a chance to have another shot at it, and I think that's sweet. I think it's sweet that there are so many ways out there to play the original Sonic the Hedgehog, and I like this way. I think it's pretty neat. I also like the Sonic Origins way, but whatever way you like, I support you. And so, it's the final boss fight. Dr. Robotnik only comes up one shoot, and there are less things shooting at you, and he only takes like 3 or 4 hits. And you get rings. It's just, they want you to finish the game. They don't want to kick your butt. Just like we kicked Dr. Robotnik's. And give him a little bonk and say, hey, what you're doing, that's not very nice. But Sonic the Hedgehog has saved the day. He got 1 Chaos Emerald. Sure, he didn't get all of them, but hey, without all of them, Dr. Robotnik can't do a bad thing. And Sonic the Hedgehog is saying, hey, you're pretty cool. You hear that? And I agree. You're pretty cool. You stuck with me through a playthrough of Sonic 1 on easy mode in Sonic Jam, and I think that's lovely and sweet. And I think all these people who spent lots of hard work and dedication in making this 16-bit platforming game come to life, well, I think they're pretty neat too. So we're going to sit here and we're going to watch them and give them the credit that they deserve. As we watch Sonic just have fun in the world of Mobius. That's what it's all about, having fun. And there are a lot of scary, hard parts that we didn't see, but you know, Sonic is cool. And all these people are really cool. And again, so are you. Well, that's just about all the time we have for this holiday. But I really hope that you have a nice one, okay? Just promise me you'll do your very best to have a nice one, okay? Do whatever it is you gotta do. And I'll do what it is I do best. I'll hang in there, and I'll just be the ineffable me that you know and love. So, I guess that's about all for Sonic. So you have a happy holiday and a happy new year too. And we'll see you back on this channel in 2024. What we'll do, I don't know. And that's the message that we want to take, okay? Some things might get you down, but you and I, we're going to try again. Okay, everybody. Good night. Sleep tight. Much love. Bye now.